Yeah, Festus, how was your day, man?
My day was so busy. So busy. I didn't even get to even finish my lunch. That's
Really?
how busy it was, yeah.
Today I felt, because yesterday was bank holiday.
Mm.
I felt like the microphone is volume. I felt like the day was going so slow. I felt like so lazy today.
Mm.
Yet got to make some progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At work today, just so many issues. Just one thing after the other. I'm just like, what's going on? Just one issue after another issue. But by the end of the day, I've managed to figure everything out. So hopefully, when I get into work tomorrow, there won't be any disasters.
Right. All right.
But I thank God, it was alright.
I was watching the video that we recorded this morning.
I've not even had a chance
It's
to
really
watch
funny. Really funny. And, well, at least I enjoy myself, but of course it's me watching myself, so I'm quite vain.
Checking yourself out.
Yeah, checking myself out.
Your words.
Yeah, man, really good. So, what God's been speaking to you lately?
Me?
Yeah.
It's just been more about communion in terms of taking the time out to spend with Him.
Yeah.
I've been really busy recently with work and just working on different projects. So this morning I woke up a bit earlier. I just took a little bit of time out just to meditate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And just to pray. It's something I've been thinking about in terms of like.
To speak
You
up.
have to speak louder now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, in terms of the most important thing is communion with God. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Is having that fellowship.
Yeah.
And it's something that should never be taken for granted. So that's one of the things that God's laid on my heart. Yeah. For me, that's a personal thing anyway. Do you get what I mean? What about you?
Me? I don't remember what was the original question.
What's God been speaking to you about?
Oh man, many stuff. I believe, for example, me being a foreigner in this country.
A foreigner?
A foreigner, yeah. The need to start everything from the beginning. Of course, we have my wife's family here supporting us big time.
Yeah.
Big time, and I cannot say how much her family and friends have supported us.
Yeah.
A great time. But I believe that makes you, in a way, look for God even deeper. Because that's the only place you can actually go. It's like all your resources, contacts, influences, basically all your life goes back to zero. And having kids, it's a big challenge.
It's a big change as well.
Yes. So.
Not that I know. I don't know what having kids feels.
No, man, but yeah, it's a big. It's a big challenge.
Yeah.
But I believe certain difficulties, in a way, they're catalyzers for you to go deeper in God.
Yeah.
I'm saying that God produced those difficulties, but I'm saying if you're a little bit smart or wise, you will try to go to God, and that will give you the strength and the foundation to how to face circumstances that stand in front of you. So basically, God has been speaking to me about being resilient, to be like to endure, to still standing, and to to keep myself firm even when I don't see instant solutions or instant response, the responses that I'm looking for. Just like keep myself, and sometimes I have been quick into complaining, and I believe that that's been a mistake, because instead of going to God, I have gone to resources that were not able to help me, so at the end of the day, I'm just learning how to keep myself or keep my stuff to God, and for Him to be the first person that I go to.
That's something I was thinking about while you were talking. Like, how do you deal with that? Because sometimes you get so frustrated about situations. The first thing you think about is, okay, how do I solve it? Solve this problem, before you think about praying about this problem.
Exactly.
You think, cool, I have this resource, I have this understanding, this knowledge, this money here, whatever.
Resources in general, right? What you have at hand.
So you think, cool, I'll just do this instead. It's only when thing goes left, when things turn upside down, I think, I think I need to pray about this. To get with me. But it's over time you learn that, bro, you can't focus on doing everything without including asking for God's help first. You get what I mean? It should be the first point of call to pray and ask God for help. But how do you manage that? Like, how do you have to remind yourself when you're going through something? Okay, cool. Let me go and pray about this first.
You know what? Let me tell you, be honest to you. I believe sometimes a sense of guiltiness can kick in that stage. Because now that things are going difficult, you're going back to God, right? Sometimes that have kept me like away from looking for God, because then I feel guilty, like, oh God, when I was feeling alright, when things were alright, I didn't come to you with this much like sense of urgency. And sometimes that sense I have let it dictate my behavior. But now what I do is I just try to keep it real. Say, I know you love me, Lord. I know you love me, Jesus. And you don't keep offenses towards me.
Imagine if God kept offenses.
I believe he kept offenses.
Some of us are finished.
We will be crashing every 2 seconds. That's the good part of I believe, the new covenant of forgiveness and mercy. That we have advocate with in Jesus. So so when I start feeling that things are getting a little bit out of my hands, what I try to do is to understand that to be responsible and to do what I have to do, to be diligent in the things that I can reach, and start decreting and declaring life over the circumstances that are against me, until I see change. Man, I'm being honest, sometimes I don't feel like I want to do it. Sometimes I just want to be complete, to avoid responsibility. That's the easy part. That's the comfortable part. But I mean, when you do nothing changes, right? So
that's true.
So it's just walking in faith, walking in believing that things are going to be different, but doing something about stuff, and not just letting things accumulating against you, but trying to solve what you can solve. Of course, pray, but at the same time, move with that authority that you believe that God has given you. And of course, sometimes He will tell you wait, right? And I believe, as you were saying, try to look for communion, praying, fasting will give you the sensitivity to hear the voice of God. He will tell you to stop or keep going. Usually His voice is like, go, you have this, my boy, I have equipped you with all what you need.
Yeah.
But sometimes he will tell you it's time to wait, or just like, or sometimes God doesn't respond immediately because he wants to know if we are serious about our seeking him.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes he keeps quiet. So
Sometimes I just feel like God just sits back and folds his arms and looks and see, okay, cool, you're praying for this, you're going for this, let's see what you're gonna do in this situation.
yeah,
He wants to see, like, you know, you go through the pressure, go through the fire, how are you gonna respond to this?
yes,
To this problem? Are you gonna complain? Are you gonna endure? Are you gonna have faith? Are you gonna praise me? Do you get what I mean? And sometimes when I'm going through a lot, I just sit back and laugh. Like, God is watching me, you know. God is actually watching people. What's he gonna do? Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
He's a good God anyway.
yes.
So you just know that he's got you. No matter what happens, he's got you. But you just sit down thinking, I know God is watching me. He's watching my responses. He's not watching what I'm doing.
Yes, and as well that he won't allow us go through stuff that it goes beyond our capacity. How do you say?
Capacity.
Capacity, yeah. So that keeps me a little bit like, God trusts me a lot because the circumstances that I'm going through seems like a big deal.
Big deal, yeah.
So maybe God is trusting me a lot. He's trusting that I will respond in the right way. And sometimes I don't. Being honest to you, sometimes I don't respond in the right way, and then I see the consequences plus what was there in the first place.
Yeah. It's
But
so true.
it's just learning, I guess. It's maturing, learning to hear his voice, praying, but at the same time know how to be quiet so you can hear his voice.
Yeah.
And all this stuff that I believe it just comes with the time and with the relationship with God.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's true.
that's what I do when I sometimes I do tantrums as well.
You have tantrums.
Yeah, tantrums. They don't take me nowhere, but feels good in the moment.
In the moment, yeah, just have
Have a tantrum.
I guess it's good to have to let it all out, you know.
Yeah, man.
To just not like complain, but but at the same time, yeah, it's a bit of complaining.
Well, when you see in the Bible, King David is expressing his feelings in different ways,
yeah,
and as well, sometimes it feels like he's having a tantrum or he's having complaints after complaints to God. And what I like about it is that it shows us that God has nothing against our feelings.
Yeah.
And I believe He has given us a Holy Spirit with self-control for us to be responsible of our feelings.
Yeah.
But I don't think He has a problem with us displaying our feelings.
Yeah.
It's actually He wants us to show our feelings. As He has feelings, we see God having feelings in the Bible. And so we cannot be condemned by having feelings or showing feelings or emotions as well. But I believe being responsible and not let emotions get over our head to the point that we are going through paths that are not convenient for us. That's really important. It's a fruit of the Holy Spirit, self-domain, right? And sometimes self-domain is not a really popular gift of the Spirit, because what I see is that a lot of times people want God to control them. It's like, no, God is like, no, I'm not going to control you. I gave you Holy Spirit. I gave you self-domain so you can domain yourself, which is a gift. So it's been given by God.
Self-domain.
Self-domain.
Self-control.
Yeah, self-control. Self-domain, self-control. So that means that when you control yourself in a responsible way, you're actually exercising God's will to your life. It's a gift from Him for you to be self-domain, self-control. So sometimes we're waiting for God to change us,
to control us,
like a little puppet. God, you don't change me.
Exactly,
I'm not changing. I'm still the same horrible guy.
Hand is
I'm just like, and God's like, no, I have given you self-control. This is not a popular teaching, by the way. It's not a popular message, but the truth is that we need to be responsible with the gifts, with the authorities being given to us. So yeah, self-control over our emotions, self-control over our responses to situations, and basically is that. I don't hear that preaching a lot in churches because it's comfortable to believe. I believe in a way it's like we have create layers of comfort, saying, "Oh, God is under control. God has a motive for this. God has a reason." All the cliches that we create in order to justify our lack of self-dominion or self-control, self-authority. Yeah. Now, thumbs up if you don't like this.
I think it's good.
I think it's good too, but oh man,
the sun's out now.
Yeah, people can see us. We're here. So yeah, for you that are watching this video, I just realized that we have a way, like a go to our work, to a job, but then Festus picks me up in the way back. So I was like, why not to record as well our conversations in the way back?
Yeah.
Probably we look a little bit more tired, surrendered, completely drained out.
I'm pretty drained now, right?
Drained out, but we just want to do this because something out of this 20 minutes or 25 minutes or whatever may be good for us and may be good for someone else. So it's not good for the camera. Woo! It's not good for the camera, but no, it's good, man. So I feel like little by little I'm losing the consciousness of the camera in here.
Yeah.
It's just
I've forgotten about the camera, man.
What camera, right?
Exactly,
What is that camera? I just like. It's just I just need to get used to keep my voice a little bit louder than normal. I'm a guy who actually speaks.
Me too.
What do you say? What do you say? This is a normal voice. normal voice. What is that? An S4? An S5?
Well, this.
Yeah, DS5 or 4, right?
This is a DS3 actually.
Wow. I think it's a DS4. I'm not that blind, you know.
The DS4 is a lot bigger. Oh yeah, it's a DS4.
I was worried. I'm not that blind.
I'm not that blind. It's not bad. Yeah, it's a DS4.
Oh.
I was gonna buy one, but
okay. So, what do you guys that you're listening to this video right now? What do you do when you're in the distress situation? What do you tend to do? What do you identify that is your first response in circumstances where you are actually losing terrain over a situation that is not good, that is not favorable? Can you say that?
Favorable.
Yeah, favorable. Yeah, when you're losing ground over a situation that is not favorable to you, what is your first response? What is your behavior? What can you identify that you're doing good and or you're doing wrongly? And we would like to know, because we're going to be commenting the comments, and we're going to be talking about it, and we would like to know what you think. Maybe you can help us, because this is like a community thing, right?
Yeah.
We speak here, but we're going to listen to you as well, from you too, and we just want to keep this as real as possible. And this is one of the things that motivate us to start doing these videos, because we were like having real conversations. And yeah, so what do you do? Go on the conversations and the comments and put it. If you see that I'm stuttering, it's because Festus likes to speed up. So probably this is one of the last videos that I will record.
There'll be more video. Guys.
It will be more videos. Yeah, I'm not declaring anything wrong. Have you ever felt like you're gonna die, like that? Not by speeding, but somehow something convinced you that was your last day.
Yeah.
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 What were you feeling when did that happen?
I think once I was in London with some friends.
Yeah.
And some guys came over to us in bandanas.
Oh wow.
It was in the bad area of London, and I thought, well, I'm about to get shanked.
Oh wow.
I thought something was gonna happen. Luckily, nothing happened. And there's other times, I mean, where I've been in trouble.
Speak up. Speak up.
I was in a car accident.
Oh wow.
When I was young, when we used to live in Jamaica.
Wow.
So that was pretty bad. You know, I was about 9 years old, something like that, 8, 9. So I didn't get run over. I was in a car that crashed.
Oh wow.
And it was quite a bad crash with a lorry. So yeah, that was quite traumatic. Luckily, I didn't really get hurt. But when you're young, you think, what's gonna happen?
You're more resilient, right?
Yeah.
Wow. One day I was driving in my job in Mexico, and suddenly a lot of people was calling me, right? And suddenly I felt like calling a lot of people, and out of nowhere, a thought came: maybe all these people is calling you because you're about to die. You know, like, yeah. What? I just conclude that, like, oh.
Wait. So a lot of people were ringing you.
Yeah.
So you thought that.
And you know how when somebody dies, all these people is saying like, oh, I just talked to him on the phone, he was alright. So I thought, this is my turn. This is my turn. I'm gonna die. So I was driving, and there was like, it was a difficult road to drive. And I'm thinking, this is the perfect combination because there's a lot of close curves. I have a lot of pressure in the back. So maybe today is the day I die. And people will say, I just spoke to him on the phone. Yeah, but somehow I was convinced that I was going to die in that moment. And other day was that we were flying from Monterrey to Puerto Vallarta. Yeah. And it was a stormy night. And we were about to land. Well, the pilot was about to land the airplane, and you can feel the landing, right, when you're going descending. And suddenly, out of nowhere, the pilot starts like speeding up. Like you can hear the turbines, and he's pulling the airplane up. It's like it's like they just told him that he cannot land in the last minute. So he's trying to pull up the airplane with all the power, and we just start feeling like, really? Everybody starts shouting in the airplane, really? And everybody started like praying, and I was like, this is it. Plus, I've been having dreams that I die in an airplane crash.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, this is it. This is it. No more better. So. Yeah,
well, you made it.
I felt my bump went so tight that day. I think I was eating the seat. I left a mark, the mark of the beast. So yeah, have you ever felt like you're gonna die? Tell us in the commentaries. Have you ever been convinced that you're going to die? And let me tell you, that voice, those thoughts don't come from God. And probably it's an attack to your life. Probably it's a literal attack to your life, as Festus was saying that he saw a gang coming to where he was, and that he was going to be shot. Or maybe you're having thoughts that I'm about to die, I'm gonna die. And let us know about that. We would like to pray for you. We would like to, maybe it's a demonic attack. I believe in that. I believe that we can hear voices that are not from good, but let me tell you, the same way you can hear good voices, you can hear the voice of God, you can hear, basically you're the spiritual being and you're open to all of this stuff, but it's up to you to what you allow to stay in your mind, what you entertain in your spirit. And if you've been attacked with this kind of suicidal thoughts or thoughts of death, let us know. We would like to pray for you. I think that's a good moment for that, like for you to be delivered and for you to overcome these voices God loves you and He wants you to live, and He wants you to live abundantly. So yeah, let us know about that. And Festus and I, we will include you in our prayers, and we probably will be praying in the next videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing this good. We're gonna make these videos useful
Yeah.
and powerful. So it's been 25 minutes now.
Yeah.
The sun is on our faces.
Sun's out.
I think we're gonna try to keep the videos this long, or this long,
Yeah, this long.
This long?
This length.
this link.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, guys, for staying all the way. We're back home now, and this is Beto. This is my friend Festus. This is On the Way.
On the way.
On the way. Go and sin no more. See you later.
See ya.
Bye bye.